Well, here we are at the end of the day's broadcasting. It's about 3:45 or so in London, and it's getting towards the end of the day in China. And of course, unlike previous years, obviously starting last year, for those people who've been watching our broadcasts for the last few days, will know that the framework of 11/11 changed 2 years ago to an 11-day period as opposed to everything happening on the 11th. The activities used to start with a gala that marked the start of 11/11. This year, the gala marks the end of 11/11, and Benji Lam, who is the Director for Vitobiotics for China and Asia, and who's been with us pretty much every day through our broadcast that started last Monday. Benji Lam has been watching the gala for us. So let's go over to our gala correspondent, Benji Lam. What's been going on, Benji?
I love that intro. It's been a lot of fun. I think I described it last year as like you feel like you're in a bazaar, like you've got one little stall in this huge cacophony of noise, and it feels like that. You've got one little stand at this huge bazaar. But no, it's been great fun. I've been watching it all day. There's a lot of Chinese artists. Most I do not know, but I'm sure they are omnipresent in mainland China. But
I understand Sherlock Holmes makes an appearance.
Sherlock Holmes, Mr. Benedict Cumberbatch, makes an appearance this year. There's a theme of gamification, and he is searching for a package or some kind of parcel. There's lots of different coloured boxes, and there's about 12 Chinese celebrities helping Benedict Cumberbatch find his package. He's broadcasting in virtually to the gala. But obviously, it's interesting that he's British, a big British star, prominent this year. When you look at all the collateral for the event, Benedict Cumberbatch is in there alongside all the presenters. So we need to probably get him in as a brand ambassador, really. But he's too expensive.
I think you should. You should get him to have some He could have one of our Vitobiotics cocktails at the end of the broadcast.
He should. No, it's a lot of fun, David. Like the theatrics of it, the scale of the show, the showmanship, and the staging. It's in there. There's no audience in there this year because of COVID, but so it's a really big TV production setup with about 8 different presenters sequestering across and varying.
Now, normally, Benji, in these gala performances, there's sequences and sections that brands participate in. Have you seen any of that this year?
I've seen adverts popping up. So, for example, I saw a Bosch advert, and they usually come up along either the middle or the bottom of the screen, like scrolling text ads that are featured. But it didn't feel too brand heavy in terms of the content. It was much more about kind of the celebrating Chinese culture and the staging and the lighting and they, although there wasn't a crowd in there, they had superimposed a big stadium scale crowd noise. So it still felt really exciting, despite COVID restrictions. There was still an incredible energy in the air.
I mean, one of the things that has always struck me, and I've been fortunate enough to have participated in the gala events in previous years, just the scale, the sheer sort of scale. Did the scale come over in the broadcast?
Yeah, I think the scale. I watch it every year. I mean, it's different without the crowd being in there. It's not a stadium scale. I believe last year it was in the Shanghai Stadium.
Yes, in the last few years it's been at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Shanghai, which is it's an indoor stadium and it is massive.
Yes, phenomenal space. And this year I believe it was, correct me if I'm wrong, but a theatre in Beijing is what I picked up. But it's good fun as an outsider, a relative outsider to Chinese culture, to experience this, and just the pride and the love and this kind of cultural event around shopping. It's so much bigger than just making a purchase. It's so linked to identity and well-being and kind of national imagery, and there's so much to it. Empowering the nation through digitization. It really is a fantastic experience.
So I suppose they're practicing what they preach in terms of 2021 was around helping brands to tell a story. And from what you're saying, the gala seemed to be a lot about narrative storytelling.
Yeah, it felt to me a lot about the modern Chinese narrative and kind of pride and celebration and how and the empowerment of the consumer. And I think that kind of cultural social phenomenon, the interconnectedness of so many Chinese coming together on this day to purchase and engage in a valuable festival that's so much bigger than any one brand or person, and you really get that feeling. And Benedict Cumberbatch is a big fan, and he's.
Well, if it's good for him, it must be good for us.
Yeah, it must be good for Benedict. It's great fun. Really enjoying the gala this year.
Good. Well, I hope you win the competition and find the various different packages wherever they've been hidden.
Yeah, I couldn't work it out. I think there were 8 different coloured packages, and Benedict hadn't worked it out. He stuck his tongue out on camera a lot and pulled faces and was quite unhappy that they couldn't find it.
If Sherlock Holmes can't work it out, what hope have they got for the rest of us? Well, Benji, you're going to join us again tomorrow morning to give us sort of your reflections, not just of 11/11 as a spectator, but also 11/11 as a vital ingredient, if you excuse the pun, to your Vitabiotics, the health of the Vitabiotics business over the course of the next 12 months. This is a critical period for you. So we are very much looking forward to your observations of the good, bad, and the ugly of 11/11 from your vantage point. We start broadcasting tomorrow at 10 o'clock. We have a half a day of broadcasting as we come to the end of the 11/11 Alibaba Global Shopping Festival. We will start also in China a slightly different look at China. We are going to be going to students at the New York University Shanghai campus, and we'll be getting their perspective on both 11/11 and also some of the issues that 11/11 brings up for them as well. I think that will be a very insightful session to understand directly from the consumers that are fueling a lot of the growth that we're seeing in Chinese consumption and the growth in both Chinese and international brands in China. We will also be having our keynote interview of the week, and that keynote interview is going to be with Michael Evans. Michael Evans is the president of Alibaba Group globally. That will be from the Alibaba campus in China, and we're going to be delighted to be able to hear from Mike. His views, his opinions are vitally important to all of us. And also, as it occurs at the end of the 11/11 period, hopefully we'll get some reflection from him as to how he views the culmination of the 11/11 for this year. That almost brings our broadcast to a close. As you know, we have been ending each broadcast with one of the recipes from our recipe collection that we pulled together with 3 brands who are all British brands who are all participating in 11/11 this year. Vitabiotics with Benji, Rude Health, we heard from Nick and Camilla the founders of Rude Health last week, and also Lodo, the successful brand that won our WPP Alibaba Pitch Fest. So we have two recipes for you today. The first is a Dutch mini pancake. And the second is our Hunan Well Woman and Well Man cocktail with Vitabiotics products. Benji, a little bit of context on those?
Yeah, we're really excited to feature different provinces and create something new and bespoke. So we had Sichuan featured earlier in the week, and today we're featuring Hunan, so bitterness, peach flavour. It was just really exciting to be inspired by local ingredients and launch a new product into China on Double 11 with a unique experience for the Chinese consumer in the form of this non-alcoholic cocktail.
Well, we hope you enjoyed today's retail tour, understanding experiences, our live to China with AKQA, and a host more insights and innovations that we brought to you today. But for me, David Roth, here at our studios for the Global Shopping Festival in conjunction with WPP, BAV and Alibaba. Thank you very much indeed for joining us. Enjoy the cocktails, and we'll see you tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock UK time.